Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Justin Riley. We've got some great shows for you this week on Talk of the Town. And we're so excited because right now we're joined by our very dear friend, Dr. Marcia Schaefer from Spring Creek Family Chiropractic. Dr. Marcia, welcome back.
Thank you.
Always good to see you. Always good to get some great information from you.
So, great to be
here. We were talking a little bit before the show started about pelvic balance and how important that is to expectant mothers. Can you tell us a little bit about what pelvic balance is and why that's so important?
Well, the pelvis are your hips, basically the same thing. That's vital even in preconception. So my main focus is actually fertility, and we're making sure that all the nerves that go in there and everything is in alignment, and chiropractic care can make sure that that pelvis is in alignment. It's going to be great through pregnancy. It's going to be great even before to conceive, to make sure that you've got the best opportunity to actually become a parent.
Yes, and it sounds like it's kind of like a good foundation. You're kind of starting from the inside out in terms of wellness and health.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. And then we were also talking a little bit about the Webster Technique. And I'm not familiar with the Webster Technique, and there might be some viewers out there who aren't familiar with it either. But can you tell us a little bit about the Webster Technique, and then how expectant mothers should utilize that technique when they're expecting their first or second or third child?
Well, I utilize Webster Technique on all of my moms from, again, before they're even pregnant. The Webster Technique was created by a chiropractor, and he actually found that when the pelvis was in proper alignment, baby would be in normal position, which breech is a variation of normal, but head down is the normal position people want their baby to be in birth. So the Webster Technique is coined as the flipping breech babies, but that's absolutely not what it actually is. It's making sure that the biomechanics of the pelvis are working properly to have optimal positioning for baby.
Right. So there are some people who might assume that Webster Technique is working with the child in the womb.
Right.
But it's actually working with the mother and
Correct.
not the child. Okay.
Right.
Very cool. How does chiropractic help expectant mothers with their ever-changing body during pregnancy?
Well, obviously, as the belly is growing, the ligaments are getting more lax, and there's a lot of change that's going on in mom. Regular chiropractic care can allow the body to adapt to those changes. So a lot of our moms, it's really unique that I get to watch moms before they get pregnant go through their pregnancy, and my moms, they just do better in pregnancy. And I think that is a lot because their spine and their nervous system are functioning properly. There's a website, the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association, or ICPA for the number 4, kids.com, has fantastic information both on Webster Technique, benefits of pregnancy or chiropractic care during pregnancy, and beyond. So it's a fantastic website for parents to check out.
Excellent. ICPA4kids.com with the number 4.
Yep.
Okay, we'll have to check that out. That's got some good information. What do you notice? Because oftentimes moms and the dads, I think too, a little bit, are looking, they always kind of have their eye on the delivery, like what's the labor going to be like?
Right.
What's it going to be like when it's actually time for us to go to the hospital or wherever we decide to have the baby? Have you noticed a big difference in the labor and delivery of moms that have been seeing a chiropractor regularly, or have you noticed a difference in that?
Moms under chiropractic care, the births tend to be a little bit shorter. They tend to use fewer interventions. So it's really important to know that it's not a natural position for moms to be on their back during labor. Their sacrum or their tailbone needs to move. So as soon as you block that out, again, you're stopping the pelvis from moving. Yeah. So they need to be up, moving around. And a lot of times under chiropractic care, the moms feel better. They've got more energy going into the birth, and it is I can't say easy because birth is not an easy process, but it's an easier process.
Sure. It alleviates some of that difficulty.
Right.
That's great, and it probably adds an element of relaxation to them as well, which always helps. So, does recovery time? What about recovery time? Is that affected under moms who have regularly seen chiropractic care?
Well, it's really important that 4th trimester, the trimester that you're recovering from everything, your ligaments are changing again. Your volumes of liquid and fluid in your body are changing. So there's a lot of things going on. So things like postpartum depression and a lot of that can be happening more often. Moms under chiropractic care are getting checked. They're making sure everything is going back to how it should. Right. But it also helps mom because when mom is feeling better, all of a sudden you're holding this baby. You've got this constant in front of you force.
Yes.
It does affect how mom can carry baby.
Absolutely. And we'll just have a couple seconds left, but after if mom has been regularly adjusted all during her pregnancy, does baby need to get adjusted afterwards, after he or she is born?
Right, to make sure latch is good and a lot of those things vital, that baby, if you the head tilt and the different things with baby, it's very important.
All important things.
Yes.
Well, Dr. Marcia Schaefer, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always a pleasure to I always learn something new every time we have a talk. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.